you for joining us tonight at our spring concert. If you don't know me, my name is Mrs. Reese, and I teach band and choir here at Roseville Middle School. We have roughly 130 band students that are eagerly awaiting to perform for you this evening, and we have a very wide selection of music that we will be performing, that the students have been working really hard to prepare for you. We do ask that, for one, we are not glued to our cell phones during performances. Our attention is here. And please make sure that if you do have a cell phone with you, that it is on silent. Also, out of the respect for the musicians, please wait and hold your applause until the end of each piece. And students who are sitting in the audience, please remember that someone all over the place in this audience has taken time out of their day, taken time off of work to come see their student perform, and that our behavior needs to be spot on. Set a good example for everybody around you. This band up here, this is our beginning band, and from the winter, we hope that you have seen an improvement at home when they practice at home, but we also hope that you see a massive improvement from where we started in the winter, and we promise there is no loud, obnoxious note for you this evening. We're going to start right off with some real music for you, and the first piece we are going to perform is titled March Across the Seas. We call that fixing on the fly. Keep a screwdriver handy just in case. Our next piece is titled The Banana Boat Song, and it is kind of a Caribbean, hopefully gets you in the mood for summer feel. We do have several different types of instruments in the percussion section that are being used. We have claves, we have maracas, we have cowbell, because there can always be more cowbell. So we hope you enjoy the Banana Boat Song. Many of the pieces that all the bands are going to play tonight will feature different types of things going on in the percussion section. You might hear some things that you haven't heard before. At least on this stage, you'll see some things you haven't heard before. It's all part of the learning experience. The last piece that beginning band is going to perform is titled Safari Drums Rock, featuring the percussion section. So we hope you enjoy. This is your Kodak moment. Let's hear it one more time for beginning band. This is the intermediate band, and we had to do a little bit of adjusting with percussion, so we appreciate your patience. This band consists of almost 40 students, and the music that we have been throwing at intermediate band has progressively been getting more and more challenging. And you're going to hear some different things, again, with percussion. You're also going to hear some different things rhythmically, and you might also recognize a piece near the end of our performance. So the first piece the intermediate band is going to play is titled Festival of the Gladiators, which features our ability to play at a faster tempo and a slower tempo. The next piece of music you're going to hear on this concert is not done by a full ensemble, but is going to be a duet with trumpet and clarinet. And they are going to be playing Hedwig's theme from Harry Potter. And we have Kaylee Nagorny on trumpet and Caitlin Miller on the clarinet this evening. The next piece that you're going to hear us perform is titled Blue Note Rock, a little more of a peppy, rocky feel to it. The last piece the intermediate band is going to perform for you this evening, it might be a familiar tune. It is titled Some Nights. So if you do know the lyrics or the movement moves you, you can go ahead and the aisles are open for you. Students, stay seated. But you're more than welcome to sing, clap, tap along. Let's hear it one more time for intermediate band. This is the advanced band, and I don't know if you know this, but the advanced band in March performed here when we hosted the MSBOA Band Festival, and they performed for a panel of 3 judges, and they received an overall Division II rating. If you see, a lot of the students have these red ribbons with medals attached on their shirts with them. Some of those are from Band Festival, some of them are from solo and ensemble, and some of them are from previous band festivals or solo and ensembles that they've done. We'll talk about solo and ensemble a little bit later on in the program, but that is what that is for. And we received the highest rating, in-sight rating, that this building has received in years. That deserves some applause. Our first piece is titled Castlegate 1924. And at the time when it was written, it was actually written by a 13-year-old. And it talks about the story behind tragedy and loss with coal mining and the way that that completely can change somebody's life. So the idea behind this piece, you'll hear some dark, ominous sounds. It'll start a little bit slower, it'll speed up a little bit, and then at the end we kind of race to the finish. So this is Castlegate 1924. I didn't warn them this was going to happen. These are the 6 individuals that played the solos within that piece. So let's have a round of applause for them, please. Another familiar tune for you. This is titled Be Our Guest, and this is Mariah Williams playing flute. Before we continue with our next piece, I would like to take this moment to recognize any board members that are here with us tonight. Do we have any board members here with us tonight? No? Roseville Community Schools just had a bond that passed, which will allow us to have brand new equipment, all new percussion equipment, all new risers for the choir students, and all new woodwind and brass instruments. So thank you, and thank anyone who supported that. It is a huge excitement for us in the program in here and over at the high school. So if we have 8th graders in our program here, they will also reap the benefits of this over there. They will receive all new marching equipment. They've got it all planned out. So that is super exciting news. The next piece that we are going to perform for you is titled Ancient Voices, very out of the ordinary. You're going to hear some singing, and you'll hear some air, and you'll hear some tapping. This is a very bittersweet moment because this is the moment in time right before the last song of the 8th grade advanced band career. Beyond this point, hopefully they go off into high school and they perform in bands there, marching band, concert bands, jazz bands. If not, It's been great. I would like to recognize the 8th graders in this ensemble, and I am going to have them stand. Please hold all of your applause to the end. If you are an 8th grader in this ensemble and you have been in the advanced band for 1 year, please stand up. If you are an 8th grader in this ensemble and you have been in this band for 2 years. I guess I'm not saying this correctly. Hold on, sit down, rewind. I'm like, why are there more people standing? This makes sense. Okay, if you have been in band for 1 year and you are an 8th grader, stand up. Great. Yes, if you are an 8th grader and you have been in band for 2 years, stand up. And if you are an 8th grader and you have been in band for all 3 years of your middle school career, stand up. All the 8th graders, stand up. That worked a lot better when I planned it out. I'm sorry. I ruined your moment. I'm so sorry. Before we perform our last piece, I would like to also recognize there are students in this ensemble that are kind of moving instruments and moving all over the place, and students in other ensembles that kind of move around. I do want to point out, I'm sorry for putting you on the spot, on the very end, or here, this instrument right here is called a bassoon. And it is one of the low woodwind instruments, and Caitlin is doubling bassoon and clarinet. And then this instrument that Maddie and I were passing back and forth, she plays clarinet, but she also plays this instrument, which is called an oboe. Looks almost identical, but he uses a different type of reed. It's very cool when students choose to learn instruments outside of their comfort zone, which is pretty awesome. Last piece, hopefully most of us know it. Please feel free to clap along and sing along. We got Jason over there on the drum set. It's gonna rock. Here we go. We are definitely going to miss the 8th graders in this ensemble, but we do hope that they continue playing their instrument either in a form of a band or just outside of the building. So let's hear it one more time for an advanced band. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the Roseville Middle School Color Guard.
You know I want you. It's not a secret I try to hide. I know you want me, so don't keep saying our hands are tied. You claim it's not in the cards, but fate is pulling you miles away and out of reach from me. But you're here in my heart, so who can stop me if I decide that you're my destiny? What if we rewrite the stars? Say you were made to be mine. Nothing could keep us apart. You'd be the one I was meant to find. It's up to you, and it's up to me. No one can say what we get to be. So why don't we rewrite the stars? Maybe the world could be ours tonight. You think it's easy. You think I don't wanna run to you, but there are mountains and there are doors that we can't walk through. I know you're wondering why, because we're able to be just you and me within these walls. But when we go outside, you're gonna wake up and see that it was hopeless after all. No one can rewrite the stars. How can you say you're mine? Everything keeps us apart, and I'm not the one you were meant to find. It's not up to you, it's not up to me. When everyone tells us what we can be, how can we rewrite the stars? Say that the world can be ours tonight.
Let's hear it one more time for Color Guard. Thank you for your support in your students' choice to be in band. We hope to see you in the fall. Have a good summer.